Hey guys, and how about we watch a death battle, Goku vs Superman 2. That's right, a rematch of legends. I don't think that that's the real subtitle, but I think it's pretty cool. So I actually did it. I survived. I avoided all the spoilers. I'm so happy for that. It took so much discipline on my part not to look at social media and everything. But of course, if you have not seen this yet either, feel free to click here, and please do go to the official release, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, then come back here and you and I will watch it together. I will say that I am excited. I don't believe that they should have this rematch, or at least not have it yet, with Dragon Ball Super out. But now that it is out, sure, I'm gonna watch it and I'm going to enjoy it for all that I can find of worth. You know, I think that the fight itself looks really cool from the trailer, and I like learning about the characters and the analyses, so I'm excited for this one. If you aren't aware, or if you hadn't seen my first, Let's Watch Goku vs Superman, before it was removed, I didn't really know either of the characters, and I still don't. I've seen about equal content for Goku and Superman. It doesn't mean that I'm stupid or anything, it just means I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z and I haven't watched Superman stuff. I don't know what he's in. I mean, I know some of the things he's in, but not everything. But from the end of Goku vs Superman, regardless of the winner, I learned, I came to respect the two characters. I came to admire them for, their own individual struggles, for what their stories represented and everything. I thought that it was a really good ending, and that's part of the reason that I'm disappointed that there's a sequel like this, that there's a rematch. And this is the first rematch that Death Battle's ever had too. There's been a remastered before with Boba Fett versus Samus Aran, but never a rematch. I mean, in Death Battle, characters die. The loser or losers die. Goku, he died. Spoiler alert, if you hadn't seen the first one before, he did. I have to assume all his friends collected the Dragon Balls, and they went to Mushu, or whatever his name is, and they brought him back to life, but I don't know for sure. They might not even touch on that in this death battle, but I assume that that would be the best way to bring Goku back. As for the Earth being blown up in Goku vs Superman, I assume they just kind of swept that under the rug. But I am looking forward to this one. If I had to make a bet, I would say that Superman is going to win this one, just based upon the last death battle. Now, I do know that there were either mistakes in calculations with Goku's, skills and stats and whatnot in the first, or if there weren't mistakes, I can at least say that in anime, power kind of jumps up exponentially. So if they were taking early feats of Goku's in order to determine speed and strength and everything, I totally understand that not even much later on in the series, Goku could have gone tenfold stronger, so many times stronger. So I understand that, but from what I know of the two characters, I still think that Superman is going to win this one. I'm not necessarily rooting for him, because I'm nothing against Goku, I just think Superman's gonna win. I like the two characters, I respect the two characters. One is not more boring than the other, it just depends on what kind of story, what kind of character and development you like as a person. So, yeah, let the rematch begin! With that said, let's get to watching. And play. Okay, here we go. They're just starting right off.
Superman!
Yeah!
Titans of power, champions of unimaginable might, endlessly requested to fight each other.
And
again,
yes.
I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
There's the animation. I was like, why is it so quiet? Never mind. They have a plan. This is cool. I like this. This is a special episode for sure. I mean, because as you all know, Goku vs Superman is so far, to date, the most controversial death battle. Also, I'm pretty sure they're biggest in terms of views, likes, and dislikes. It's just all around the biggest death battle they've had. To actually have a rematch is something really big. This is a big event, and to those of you who got to see it live at SGC, I am jealous. I was busy that day, and I couldn't afford to fly out, so here we go. Not to interrupt the whole thing.
By
it was
Jerry
cool.
Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman entered the world on the cover of Action Comics #1 in 1938.
AC.
He was the first, and his success paved the way for the superhero genre. The Man of Steel is righteous, courageous, selfless, a perfect Boy Scout.
Right.
Very inspirational, but man, does it get boring sometimes.
Siegel and Shuster were the sons of Jewish American immigrants and knew firsthand what it was like living in a world where they felt alien. Thus, this became the basis of Superman's story.
You know how it
Oh,
goes.
I felt like I heard that
His
differently.
dad found out his homeworld Krypton was getting a bit too explosive and sent his son off to Earth to save him. On Earth, Superman's Kryptonian cells can absorb solar radiation from the yellow sun, giving him awesome
I do like that
strength,
music they're playing in the background.
durability, flight, and the power to shoot heat from his eyes.
Of course.
Which can be large enough to vaporize a planet or precise enough to perform lobotomies.
Superman was so powerful he could carry entire solar systems on his back.
I don't know
or
how the
obliterate
rest
them with a sneeze.
carry on, but
But over 75 years, Superman has changed quite a bit, including going through 2 separate reboots, which we will be focusing on today. These reboots lessened his insane power, not exactly by altering his abilities, but by changing his outlook. Upon discovering his alien powers, the new Superman rejected them, unintentionally instilling mental barriers on his powers, which he would work to unlock through the rest
didn't
of
they
his
use
life.
that Superman in the
Sorta
last
like when
one?
you drink too much and don't remember the night before, so you gotta spend all day figuring out how you got yourself a dozen kangaroos and married a lamp. Don't ask.
Boomstick, is
And
that a
then,
personal story?
In 1996, the world changed.
Oh.
Dragon Ball Z came to America.
What?
Dragon, rock the dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
We didn't even finish Superman, so we
12
just...
years prior,
mixing
a
it?
mangaka, or author of Japanese comics, named Akira Toriyama, introduced Dragon Ball, the story of Son Goku and his quest to become the greatest martial artist in the world, nay, the universe.
Like Superman, Goku was also sent to Earth from a doomed planet and
Okay,
possessed
yeah.
incredible powers. But that's pretty much where their similarities end.
Goku was primarily inspired by the Monkey King Sun Wukong from the Chinese novel
Sun
Journey
what?
to the West. If you have any interest in Asian culture, I highly recommend reading it. It's inspired far more than just Dragon Ball.
Cool.
Throw a stone at a shelf of anime, and odds are it hits something inspired by Journey to the West.
Fair enough.
Toriyama was smart and
That
knew
actually
that
does sound
fighting
interesting
is
then.
awesome, so Dragon Ball took off like a rocket. Sooner than you can say power levels are bullshit, Dragon Ball became a hit anime and then came to America.
Literally making its own journey to the West. And forever changing the childhoods of many.
This is true.
Dragon
Very
Ball
true.
Z became the gateway anime to many Westerners. However, since prior anime had very little success overseas due to the differences between Japanese and American cultures,
Right.
the companies responsible for importing DBZ understandably feared Goku's character might seem a bit selfish and heartless to a Western audience.
Their solution?
So?
Turn Goku into Superman.
This decision resulted in some strange mistranslations, such as labeling Goku's father as a brilliant scientist,
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see it.
as well as perhaps Goku's most famous line, which many argue actually conflicts with his true character.
I am the hope of the universe.
Ah, yeah.
I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good.
Nightmare to you. Yep.
And this is where it all began. The nerd debates, the internet wars, East versus West, which hometown hero would triumph in a brutal fight to the end.
In 2002, Wizards magazine delivered an answer.
Wizards,
They
that's
deduced
funny.
Goku would win, stating that Superman would die to a fall from the moon to the Earth.
A decade later, the website Outskirts Battledome launched, dedicated to answering versus matches. This time, Superman claimed victory. However, the chaotic debate careened out of control and eventually became banned forever.
Really?
The arguments only
Banned.
grew. The internet needed a solid answer.
That's where we came in.
Because of course, you know, Death Battle. That's the guy you. Those are the guys you call in for this. That was a really good Death Battle. I liked that one. And then there's the shoe.
January 2012, Goku and Superman have continued their adventures.
Right.
Superman gained an all-new ability called the Super Flare, which jettisons all the solar energy stored in his body, essentially
of
turning
it?
him into a solar bomb. However, it leaves him completely drained of his powers for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, that's what
As such, he will only use the Super Flare as an ultimate last resort.
Goku attained a new legendary form called Super Saiyan God.
Right.
Despite being a temporary boost, Goku's body absorbed the godly power, essentially making it his new base form. Then,
new
after
base
mixing
form.
its power with his Super Saiyan ability, he became a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan! Oh,
Right.
Come on. There had to have been a better name. Ultra Saiyan, Master Saiyan, Super Ultra combo with Fry Saiyan. Anything
Exactly.
but that mouthful.
These new powers have naturally rekindled the ultimate debate.
Is this godly Goku powerful enough to defeat Superman? Or will this just be a repeat of the past?
Well, let's end this debate once and for all. It's time for the rematch of Legends.
Wait, is the battle actually
It's
starting now?
time For a death battle!
Wait, is the battle starting now? If it's starting now, then I'm gonna have to pause it. Okay, well, I paused it. That was the weirdest bit of analyses that they've ever had. They just, I felt like they were jumping back and forth between the two characters, which is, you know, kind of understandable, because again, this is a rematch. It's the most different, like, outstanding death battle so far, as in it's standing out away from the others kind of deal. They didn't introduce to me too many new things. They really just introduced the flare and Goku's the god forms. So I don't know. I want to still say then that Superman will win, because I still feel like, yeah, Superman still has forms like Prime, and with the, maybe they won't use Prime. Maybe that's not connected now to the Superman that they're currently using. But I don't know. I don't have any, like, concrete evidence as to, like, how strong the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is or whatever. So I just have to assume that Superman will still have this one. They just didn't, I feel like they didn't give me a lot. Maybe I missed stuff in the sidebar that I wasn't paying attention to or whatnot, but I feel like there wasn't a ton of new stuff. So to reevaluate it completely just seems not necessarily a waste of time, but almost like you can't exactly. I look forward to hearing how they clear it up at the end, but that's all I have to say. I think Superman has this. Play. Really weird way of doing it, but awesome battle time, so. Wait, did they gather that? Superman gathered them? And there's Mushu. Hey, bud. Didn't expect this. Is he gonna bring Goku and the Earth back? Well, there's the Earth. I have to assume so. Okay. A little bit of clipping on that vest cape, it looked like, but that's cool.
Hey, Superman.
Son Goku, I've been expecting you.
Well, considering you brought him back, I assume, yeah. Again, his base form, I guess, kind of deal now. Alright, Goku, if you win this one, I'll be totally happy too. Just let me hear how. And you better believe I turned my volume up for this one. So far, he's wailing on Superman. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything with the icy background. Right here, or just soon?
I'm impressed. I actually felt that.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Neither have you.
Oh, snap. The way they're delivering combos back and forth is actually really rather cool.
With every step, an earthquake. With every breath, I could create a hurricane. This is my burden. Be thankful it is not yours.
Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. You're not the only one with that kind of power.
Oh, we're going Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku! Yes, I was right. Okay.
Blue hair? I've seen worse.
He is quite faster now, huh? Considerably faster. I can't tell if Superman's like hitting back or just getting tossed around.
Take this.
Okay, he's delivering some too.
You can take it, can't you? You're too strong for your own good.
Why'd you take him back to the city, Superman?
Out of my way.
He just wants to cause destruction, SGC.
This stops here.
You've already said that, didn't you?
All right. Have you had your fun? I would prefer we don't accidentally destroy the Earth a second time.
No, I will never back down from a fight. Ah, me! Ah, me!
Is he just walking through? Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
I will beat you!
Stop it!
Really cool.
It's over!
I'm sorry.
Did we just lobotomize Goku? I'm gonna say yeah.
I believe this is the part where I say, I told you so.
But King Kai, I don't understand.
You can't beat him.
Sure I can. I'll just train harder than ever.
No, Goku. You can overcome any limit put in front of you, but his power has no limit. Even if you somehow found the power to surpass him, you wouldn't have anything left to aspire to. Do you truly want that?
Nah, sounds boring. King Kai, do you have anything to eat?
Goku, I'm trying to be serious here.
What? My stomach has limits too, you know.
Oh, Goku. I like that way of wrapping it up.
Whoa! Torches and pitchforks down. Before you start raging, please hear us out on this one, all right?
Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint. Also, Goku will likely achieve a new form in the future. It's just how Dragon Ball works nowadays.
Right.
However,
So anime
none of
works,
that is
basically.
really a factor. Goku will always have limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless.
Don't believe us? Well, strap in, boys and girls. Let's look at how Superman breaks reality.
Okay.
One day, Superman was hanging out near Vega, the brightest star in the Lyra
Hello,
constellation.
Vega.
For the record, that's 25 light years from Earth, or
Okay.
147 trillion miles.
Naturally, a crisis occurred on Earth, so Superman's photographer buddy Jimmy activated his signal watch, calling for Superman's aid. And Superman arrived in a matter of minutes.
Being a comic book, the time Superman took getting to Earth is unspecified. However, the comic never mentioned or implied any large time lapse, and he arrived as the battle was ending.
Right.
Even if we seriously lowballed this feat to taking 10 minutes, Superman would be traveling over 800 trillion miles per hour. Over 1,000,000 times the speed of light.
It's really
But
fast.
more impressively, Jimmy's signal watch operates by emitting a high-frequency sound only Superman can hear. Which means
So he
Superman
heard it
heard
from-
the signal in the vacuum of space 25 light years away.
Seriously?
That is physically impossible, except for Superman.
Right.
Oh, you aren't impossible? How about the time he lifted Spectre off the ground? A guy literally made up of eternity.
Oh.
Not insane enough for you? Well then, how about the time Superman lifted a book of infinite pages? That's right, Superman lifted both eternity and infinity.
Wow.
Although he did have some help from Wonder Woman and Shazam.
Hey Wiz, what's half of infinity? Infinity.
Regardless, they have limits in their own strength. So while they were lifting a specific set part for each load, Superman was lifting everything else, which literally means everything else. Really, Wonder Woman and Shazam didn't even need to be there.
Superman's held a black hole, survived an explosion equal to 50 supernovas, flew through the center of a red sun, which is like tanking millions of nukes rapid fire, and once easily absorbed enough solar energy to vaporize half a galaxy.
He didn't even use
And
the
to
flare
put
in the
that
battle.
with a
Like,
Wizards magazine argument. Here he is getting thrown from orbit into Earth with enough force to devastate the planet and cause nuclear winter. Oh look! He stood up moments later, more pissed off than hurt. Oh, and by the way, none of this was pre-crisis.
Believe us, we know none of this makes any logical sense.
well, it
And hey, it's not
doesn't
our fault.
have to,
These
I guess,
writers
you
just
know?
keep making Superman the most impossibly OP guy ever. That's kind of what he's all about.
Exactly. Superman isn't just a sketch on paper. He's an ideal. Superman and Goku are more than just characters. They inspire.
That's
they show
right.
us the best of what we can become. This is why people get so passionate about this debate.
Goku's the epitome of a self-made man in spirit and personal goals. He inspires people to work hard to achieve dreams. To many, Goku is proof that there is no struggle that cannot be overcome.
And the world of Dragon Ball fits this mold. Every obstacle Goku faces in Dragon Ball has a limit he can overtake. Even those
Oh,
called
dang.
gods in his
Frieza.
universe can be defeated and surpassed.
And that is where Superman breaks this matchup. His world just doesn't fit the same mold.
Not nearly.
Superman is an all-powerful being who is only weak to alien radiation and supernatural magic. He is not meant to be relatable. He is not meant to lose. While Goku's story is one of a man trying to be the best warrior he can be, Superman's is the story of a god trying to live amongst men. It's not about if he loses a fight, but whether or not he's doing the right thing. That's why he stands for truth, justice, and freedom. That's why he doesn't wear a mask. That's why he's called the Superman.
that was cool.
But hey, we know some of you out there have some questions, so let's knock them out of the park right now.
Awesome, I'm listening.
Technically, if Goku could find a way to draw energy across multiverses, his spirit bomb could possibly achieve the kind of limitless power to match Superman. But not only would that take way too long to charge, providing Superman with plenty of time to kill him thousands of times over, the spirit bomb does not hurt anyone pure of heart, like Superman.
Oh,
Gohan, you have to bounce it back. If you don't have any evil in you, you'll be okay.
okay.
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan was about on par with Golden Frieza. When asked about Golden Frieza's power
No
level
idea
in
who
a battle,
Golden-
Frieza's voice actor said that since Frieza was a nice guy, it's probably 100 quintillion. Which is a pun, because power levels are nothing more than a big joke.
I don't know what
Superman
nice
has
guy
been
means.
beaten in battle before, when he was still learning. Saying Superman should lose because he lost to Doomsday is the equivalent of saying Goku should lose because he was one shot by Raditz.
Oh.
We are looking at these characters at their maximum potential, not from some random point in their timelines.
Goku may have divine ki now, but it's still ki, not magic.
The animation
He
looks
may
quite
be
cool.
spiritual in nature, but it's still a natural source of living energy even Superman possesses. In fact, Dragon Ball emphasizes a clear difference between ki and magic.
And if Goku did destroy the sun or the planet, he can't survive in the vacuum of space. Superman can and could always just fly to another yellow sun, or even a blue one, which boosts his powers even faster.
Ultimately, Goku versus Superman comes down to a difference of limits and purpose. What happens when you pit a man with the power to break any limits against a being with no limits in the first place? Well, only one has limits to give at all. But that's exactly what makes him such a memorable character.
Think about it. If you had a Goku that was as powerful as Superman, would you even want him?
The winner is Superman.
Right.
Fucking Superman.
Claps for Superman. Is there gonna be? There is gonna be a next time.
On Death Battle.
All right, let's see what this is. Knuckles. All right. Okay, Knuckles. Versus.
Hey
Donk-
everybody, I'm
I've heard
Chad,
Donkey
I'm
Kong
Boomstick,
suggested,
I'm Wiz,
and
and
Wario.
Thank you guys so much for watching the episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like and subscribe.
I will. I totally
We
will,
worked
guys.
really hard on this one, especially that guy over there, Animator Torian. Hey,
Torian, say
Torian.
hi. Hey, Tori.
This is what he's like 24/7. This is all he does is animate. Anyway,
He works really hard.
hard for you guys. And we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Wonderful animation by Torian.
Hmm.
But next time, Knuckles is next. But who's he
Awesome.
going to be facing? You can find out by sticking to our social media at
Cool.
Screw Attack on Twitter
I will
and
do that.
Official SA on Facebook. Yep, so go like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
Of course.
See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
All right. See you guys. Okay, there's more, hold on. Oh, never mind, I forgot I had my Windows Media Player on repeat, that's all that was. Alright, so what I really liked about the first Goku vs Superman was the ending and how they wrapped that up all nicely. Not only did they have, you know, like a lot of math put into it to explain different things, but they touched on the characters themselves, what the characters were about, the whole limits thing. I really liked that. That was one of the reasons I was not entirely looking forward to this one as soon as I heard about it. Because I was like, oh no, they're taking that away, but they didn't, and I'm very happy that they, you know, they stuck with it. They did, I feel like they did look at things again, you know, they didn't just assume that they were correct right away. But they still support themselves. Their first idea, even after Goku's new powers and Superman's new powers that they didn't even like count, the solar flare or whatever it was, I was really happy with how they handled the characters. What surprised me about this, again, this was the most unorthodox death battle so far, you know, with how the analyses were really back and forth, not one character strictly and then the next character strictly. It was just this guy, then, you know, Superman, then back to Goku, then back to Superman a bit, then back to Goku kind of thing. That was really different. The battle itself wasn't that long, though I thought it was really good. The animation was very smooth. Again, maybe some clipping on some parts, or I was just looking at it wrong. I liked the back and forth, the different combos, the dialogue, even though, again, I think Superman might have repeated himself once or twice, which was a little bit awkward for me. But aside from that, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed the battle itself. Well, I enjoyed the death battle as a whole, but the battle itself too. And then, again, most of the time, I feel, was dedicated to the ending, where, again, they explained the characters, their different, like, how they were different in terms of background and personality and what their goals were, what the characters were about, what the shows were about and everything. I just really appreciate that. I totally respect Death Battle. I do agree with these results. If they said Goku won and then they backed it up, you know, I wouldn't be like shut off to that idea. You know, I'm stressing that. I would like to stress that at least. But, you know, with Superman winning, like I thought he would, because I just didn't see, you know, too many new things opening up for Goku. I'm really satisfied with this battle. It was great. And I look forward to the next one, Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles was always a pretty cool character, and I don't like what they did with him in Sonic Boom. I haven't played too much of that game, but just how they made him all big, I don't like that. I like how he looks in, you know, like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, in the original, you know, like Sonic and Knuckles games and whatnot. So I'm hoping that when I assume this will be a sprite-based animation, so I hope that they stick with that older stuff. I don't think they have sprites for the big Knuckles anyway, but just saying. As for who an opponent could be, my younger brother has actually suggested like Wario and Donkey Kong in the past, I believe. So those are the only two that I can really think of right now. I'm very happy now that I've seen this and it won't be spoiled for me. I can go and check social media again. I can catch up on my Twitter and Facebook and it'll be great. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this death battle. I hope that even though I'm sure a lot of you who are rooting for Goku are really disappointed and are still going to argue, I hope that you still had a good time, like enjoyed the battle for what it was. I hope that you appreciate the angle that, you know, like Ben and Chad and the people of Death Battle are coming from. You know, no one's trying to attack you or ruin your favorite character or anything. This is just what, you know, they and many other people, myself included, believe to be accurate, believe to be right. And so, even if you do disagree still, please in the comments, try to be kind, try to be respectful. You can have discussions, but try not to have them lead to flames or arguments. Like, don't blatantly insult people, things, you know, stuff like that. I hope that we can all have a good time here. And thank you guys for watching this death battle with me. It was awesome. Before we completely wrap this up, I would just like to say that I started a Patreon campaign. If you'd like to learn more about that and support me further, just click here, either on my face, or I might actually put the thumbnail down there. No, I'll do my face. Click on my face if you'd like to learn more about that. It'll take you to the video. If you already know about Patreon and you're cool with supporting me, just go click on the link in the description. It's patreon.com/Riz_Grestar. I'd really appreciate it. No obligation, no pressure to you guys, but if you'd like to check that out, feel free. One more thing, as you obviously must have noticed, or maybe it just didn't, you know, occur to you, Dart was not in this Let's Watch with me. He was in my previous one of Darth Vader vs. Dr. Doom, but that was because Darth Vader was like a personal favorite of his. Like, he knew that character and he really liked that character. I asked if he wanted to watch this one with me, Goku vs Superman 2, and he said he didn't really have a stake in this one. He doesn't particularly care for either of the characters. I could probably drag him along for future death battles if you would like, but he would just really need to know that you guys want him there. So if you really want Dart to appear in more Let's Watch things, you gotta let me and him know in the comments, so that's up to you. So with all that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, of course, feel free to like, comment, and if you do, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for the next video. Until then, take care. Cue outro, go!